welcome back, and welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package and infrastructure update, and daily news report. However, it is, so happy September. Now, we got a lot of stuff that we need to go over. First off, Senator Bernie Sanders is fighting for stimulus. Not just more stimulus, he is fighting for his $3.5 trillion infrastructure package, aka stimulus package. Right now, many lobbyists are trying to fight against this, and this is actually putting him up against the Democratic Party, trying to figure out what can actually pass, not only through the Senate, but the House as well. There's a lot of stuff going on there, so I will address that in just a minute. I also want to address the unemployment benefits. Some are saying that they are still considering extending unemployment benefits. However, if this happens, and this happens, let's say in October, there's still 1 month of unemployment benefits that people will not be getting. So over 7.5 million people will be out of 100% of their income. It's not looking good. So, also going to touch a little bit on the stimulus check situation because we do have some reports there as well. But let's get into the update for today. These are things that we need to address. We need to address the shortcomings of the stimulus package that many people, they didn't get all the assistance that they needed. Millions are still waiting for rental assistance, and it is so slow. So lawmakers are requesting that President Biden push for an additional stimulus check in the next infrastructure bill. But again, whether this happens or not, we don't know. I told you this the other day. According to the White House, yes, President Biden supports a fourth stimulus check. Now, nobody is talking about a fourth and fifth stimulus check. Not in Congress. It's either a monthly recurring check or it is a one-time payment. As to what the amount is, nobody knows. As to who receives the amount of money, nobody knows. But what I can tell you is my expectation is we're going to see people, the amount of people that get this check will be anywhere from 25 million people to 50 million people. Anything over that, I just don't see it happening. But it could. And as we know more, I promise I will share more. But President Biden, he does support a fourth stimulus check. The only issue is he does not want to be the one that actually tells Congress to include it. If Congress includes it, he would happily sign off on it. But if they don't, he would happily sign off on that bill as well. So it's not great news, but all we do know is that the fight is on. And here's what I mean. According to multiple reports, Senator Bernie Sanders has been fighting to keep Democrats on board with his $3.5 trillion infrastructure plan. Here's the reason why. Lobbyists from large companies like Disney, Apple, Exxon, Pfizer, JP Morgan, FedEx, and more, they're all trying to influence the key provisions within this bill. According to the reports, these lobbyists are still putting their plans together at this time, but they do plan on making a push to get certain pieces of legislation pulled out of this next infrastructure package. But they are fighting because of the size of this bill. That $3.5 trillion package is too much, according to most businesses. They say this is not something that we can afford to do at this time. They also want to change the policy scope. And the big one, the major issue, is really on the potential tax increase. And this is something that we've been talking about a little bit here on this channel for the past couple of months, because this does have major implications. And here's something I just want to warn you guys on. I was doing a meeting with a business partner of mine, and one of the things that we kept discussing was if we have to pay more in taxes, do we accept that as a business, or do we push it off onto the consumer? Okay, we sell a lot of online courses. Now, here's what you need to keep in mind. Okay. These large corporations, a lot of them don't pay taxes anyway. There's loopholes, there's things that they do to get out of paying taxes. They defer it, right? And they just keep deferring their taxes year after year after year. They go bigger and bigger and bigger, and essentially they never have to pay this, right? But here's what you need to keep in mind. Right now, President Biden, he wants to take the corporate tax rate, which is currently 21%. This was done under former President Donald Trump. He wants to take that current tax rate, corporate tax rate of 21%, bump it up to 28%. However, Senator Joe Manchin, who is one of the biggest headaches for many Democrats right now, he wants to accept a 25% corporate tax rate. He says this would make the U.S. competitive with other countries, which it would. Right now, Joe Manchin has a lot of power. He has a lot of power because of this position that he holds. Not the position of senator. Yes, there's a lot of power there, but the position of moderate Democrat in the Senate. That's the position that he has of power. Right now, we could see this entire bill fail if it's anything over $2 trillion. $2 trillion. Again, this is a $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill, but Senator Joe Manchin wants to see it closer to $2 trillion. I don't know if that's a negotiation tactic. I don't know if that's something that he's negotiable on, but at $2 trillion, about half of all the legislation within this bill is gone. It's just gone. There's no way we could pass it. He wants to see a specific tax rate increase, no more than 25%, but he'd like to go a little bit lower than that if he could. He doesn't want any extensions. This includes unemployment benefits, which I can tell you right now, I don't think there's any support or much support in the House and the Senate for an extension of unemployment benefits. I don't think it's there. He doesn't want to see the eviction moratorium get extended. He according to many, he believes that right now any extension is just going to be kicking the can down the road when we need to address the issue at hand. And an eviction moratorium doesn't address the issue. Rental assistance addresses the issue, but addressing the issue through affordable housing, that works. But it's a long path, and it's a bumpy road. Some say that he doesn't want to see any stimulus at all. This doesn't just mean a stimulus check. Okay, this is a stimulus check. This could be, obviously unemployment benefits, the eviction moratorium, rental assistance, but any stimulus. Child tax credit payments, that would be stimulus. And some say he doesn't really want to extend that. There's a lot of lawmakers right now that are saying that's really up in the air. They wanted to see the data from the child tax credit payments, how they're working, if they're really benefiting the American people and children, then they are. But some say that it's just not enough. So we'll see. We'll see if all the stuff's going to get extended. But right now what I can tell you is that it's getting closer. We're getting closer to that day where we finally have answers. Again, the Senate, they come back in less than 2 weeks. They come back on September 13th. The House of Representatives, they'll come back on September 20th. And so hopefully we're going to have some updates a little bit after September 7th or September 13th, because the House committees are supposed to submit their work, their legislation, okay, for their bills. They're supposed to submit this by September 15th. So in just 2 weeks. So we should have updates very soon. This is actually very good news, because right now what I can tell you is everybody's just wondering, what's really going to be in this bill? How big is it going to be? And how much support does it have both in the House and the Senate? And right now, we just don't know. Let's talk about some unemployment benefits right now, because remember, unemployment benefits expire in just 5 days on September 6th. These will not be extended by the federal government, although many want to see it extended. But when I say many, I'm not talking about the majority. The majority of Congress does not want to see the unemployment benefits get extended one more time. It's already been extended too much, according to many, and they say it is time to just see what happens. I don't know if this is the best move, but this is the move that they're going to take. Some even argue, let's just keep the unemployment assistance, because this would help out millions, and we'll just cancel the $300 per week boost. Now, that's an option. That would be an option that would be easier to swallow for some because it's less costly. But for others, they say no. If we keep extending the unemployment benefits, whether it's the $300 per week boost or unemployment assistance, it's still going to hurt our unemployment rate. We need to get more people back to work. So we'll see what happens there. Here's what I can tell you. If unemployment benefits get extended at all, okay, or if they don't get extended at all, then about 7.5 million million people are going to lose 100% of their income. 100%. And let me just ask you, how many months would you be able to survive if you had no income coming in? I'm just curious. Because according to most people, they would be able to survive 1 week. 1 week, not 1 month. Now, according to financial experts, many are saying that many people on unemployment have been able to save money over the past few months, and they would be able to last about 2 months until things got really bad. So, I don't think this is 100% true, but let me just ask you this as well, okay? Could you last 2 months? If you've been on unemployment, could you last 2 more months without any income and be fine? I don't think that's true. I just don't think that's true. Now, here's something else we heard. President Biden said, and he told many people, he told the states, that you can extend the unemployment benefits yourselves. However, almost all states have already said that they do not plan on doing this. Most states have already said that they have already allocated all of their stimulus funding from the previous stimulus package, so they are all out of money. So President Biden comes out and makes a statement that yes, states can extend the unemployment benefits, but the problem there is states didn't know this in the beginning. So they allocated all their funds to other priorities, and now they have nothing. So they're all out of ideas, and they're all out of options. Something else we heard last night, I just want to fill you in on because I think this is extremely important to know. As of last night, 2 of the top FDA officials are going to be leaving the agency. They have already submitted their letter of resignation. Reports indicate that this is happening because the FDA still doesn't have a permanent commissioner, and they're not sure exactly what the agency's direction is going to be. These 2 are also reportedly leaving because they are frustrated with the Biden administration and their booster plan policy. And so this is where things get very complicated, and this is why some Americans are saying they don't even watch the news because everybody's saying different things. That's 100% true. I can tell you right now, you watch this channel, okay? Again, I'm just trying to report the facts. But you watch this channel, then you go watch, mainstream media, CNN, Fox News, somebody that is controlled by, a billionaire. You go and watch somebody that is, donating money to, certain, political parties, right? You go and watch the news, and they will tell you what they want to tell you. Not all the facts. They will tell you just the pieces of information that make them look good. Again, I've told you this before. If you guys do not like the channel, you guys do not like the information, you guys do not like the stuff that I'm telling you, I get it. I get it. I'm just trying to provide you the facts. Okay? And so I understand I may be the bearer of bad news in many cases, and I know I am, but at the same time, these are the facts. Again, I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far in the video, obviously you liked the video. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys on the next one. See you guys.